3,500 properties later, 9 countries globally, and 6 years in the industry in the short-term rental game. Look, it's time to change Airbnb business model, and I really want to go into deep side of it, because right now the story of Airbnb, if you look at it, they've got I think 4 million properties live and 6 million active listings. So it says you a lot about, 4 million Airbnb hosts, 6 million listing actively live in the channel, which means it's going to be a difficult year in 2024. So the stories I receive from people who are about to give up units, who are not making any money, they are sat on a contract with a landlord or an agent, and they're telling me what to do next. So look, without further ado, let's go into the detail, because I am done with Airbnb problems. I'm going to talk about 3 major factors, but also later on in the video, I want to talk about how you can overcome them. So the first one I want to talk about is people are not treating it as a business. Now, look, you might sign off from this video now because you might say, oh Piers, but I just want to take action. I've seen it all. I have seen the journey over the last 6 years of people who are not treating it as a business, has got a life cycle of 18 to 24 months before they shut down their Airbnb property. Now, are you wanting to be one of them, or actually do you want to have a business that really acts like a business, attracts like a business, and also works like a business, right? So one of the big, I think, challenge I can see right now with Airbnb, purely because of the market we are worldwide, is a lot of mentorship is showing people you need to go in and get a unit. I would love to see mentors actually go in, hey, this is where you go get a unit, but actually this is what a business model looks like. This is how your business works. This is what a short-term rental business is. And it really kind of opens door for people, especially who are wanting to make that extra income, but not only just focusing on that, hey, I've got a short-term rental business Airbnb unit live. It's about creating a business where we can systemize, automate, and you to really, really enjoy. So that's my kind of number one factor. And especially with the last kind of, especially 24 months I've worked with operators, I've really kind of asked them saying, hey, what are you using on this method? Have you got a channel manager? No. Okay, well, you've got a channel manager. What are you using to automate this side of the business? Are you looking to scale? A lot of time I'm having this conversation with clients on Zoom call every single week. And it really kind of gives me an eye-opening journey of how basic our industry is, which is great. But at the same time, why a lot of people are not lasting longer in those cycle of being a Airbnb investor. Now, the second factor is the market competition, because a part of GrowYourBnb is we help people grow their brand. Now, one of the things I've learned, and I'll openly share this, is I've got a full-timer right now who sits in Airbnb and actually creates ad completely unique all the time, so then we are not getting copied. Because at the moment, over the last 6 years, I've been copied hundreds and hundreds of times by different people all over the UK. I'm very proud to say this, that's never affected me, but it creates a competition of similar ads. The similar ads are done because they're not understanding why that property deserves that ad. Because hey, look, we've got over, I think, 20 different ways we list in properties now in Airbnb booking.com, and every one bedroom has a certain style because the guest behavior looks at it different. But look, the market competition is going absolutely mental, not just for an Airbnb operator, but also for us, because as a part of GrowYourBnb, what we're using as a market technique is slightly copied, but not to a way they don't understand the guest behavior. They don't understand why that word is being used to a point. Sometimes we see our client's company name in that ad, and I'm like, that's literally a copy and paste. And sometimes we message them saying, hey, just to let you know, you've copy and pasted, forgot to put that. It's incredible what's happening in the market right now. And for me, market competition is going to hit a lot of operators this year. And the fact there's more and more operators being trained on the market, and the more new operators coming in, they're investing a lot more to set up great units, to be in the most unique place ever, and also to find property in great location. It really is going to make a huge difference on people shutting down the unit in 2024. As we move on, look, the third factor I want to talk about is expenses. Now, I've got a client and I was speaking to him last week, and he said, Piers, look, I have to cancel this call because all of a sudden my landlord has actually, two of my clients has happened this. Two of their units, the landlord has now increased their rent by at least £300 per month due to their mortgages going up. Now, if you guys are aware in the UK, mortgages rates have gone massively up, and it was obviously, it's the market condition and it happens, right? You can't control this. But as a result of that, landlords are now sending our clients screenshots to say, hey, the rent you used to pay me now do not longer cover my rent or my mortgages, which means I'm now going to up your rent by £300. Here is a screenshot. And that is absolutely crazy. You know, for me, on the bottom line of net profit, that's £300 per month net profit now gone back to the landlord. The likely chances are it's not going to be an increased sale. The sales are, or the revenue is going to stay similar or maybe slightly more, but the fact that now you've got to give over £3,600 per unit for my client, that's 2 units, so £7,200 to landlord. That takes that's a lot of money on profit that you're giving away back to the landlord because of the expenses going up with everything, right? The second thing we want to talk about in the UK especially is the utilities. You know, the bills are extremely high, which means it's a major factor to someone who might stay in your property for a month will get a high bill, which obviously in your case, you're the one paying it. It's quite an interesting topic right now, which clearly shows that the bottom line figure that the Airbnb operators, the short-term rental businesses make are now being eaten away by those expenses going up and up. They're the factors that you can't control apart from making the right business decisions. With all that being said, I want to talk about how to overcome these problems, because you come to my channel because I want to give you what's happening in the market. I hope that last 3 factors I've explained kind of gives you an understanding of why and how the market's going into the direction it is. But you know, the first one I really want to suggest, if you're already in an Airbnb business or short-term rental business, is it's going to sound like it's an expenses, but spend or invest money on a makeover of your property. I would highly recommend right now for you to go into investment area, look at 20 other listings and compare yours. If you're not the best listing, then my advice to you right now is block the calendar for 2 days. Make sure you find the cheapest way to add value to your property listing, and make sure you go and do that, because that really is going to be a game changer. Because out of those 20 units, we want your units to be the best looking, which means the likely chances are you're going to be booked first. The second thing, once you've done that, is I would love you to get a brand new professional photo which really stands out. Again, going back into that 20 listing you have in your competition area, if they don't look the best on the photos, you need to go and invest on it now. Really kind of changes the way you're going to operate, the way you're going to get booking. And lastly, think about investment on automated services and system. Basically means if your business currently is working with you, a channel manager, and a WhatsApp or a business or a personal phone number that you speak to a client, we need to stop that. We need you to make sure that you have a full system and processes in place. I have done a lot of videos in my channel about it. You can really go and understand the systems and processes that you want to create. And as a part of our Grow Your BnB and Automate Your BnB service, we are trying to change this. I've been educating all my clients. We've been doing the work for all our clients at the moment, purely because I want my clients to walk away with a business, not just a property. 70% of people who watches my video are unsubscribed, which means if you're one of them, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're bringing a lot more new videos to this channel. Thank you so much for watching another Grow Your BnB video, and we'll be back with another video soon.